Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is very exciting. The new Audi is here in iRacing, so I figured we'd go ahead and take a look at it, and we'll drive it around today, see how it is, and yeah, but first, let's customize it. Let's take an actual closer look at it. This is the Evo 2, so the second iteration of the Audi R8. So let's customize it before we take it out on track. Unfortunately, Trading Paints, this car literally just came out, so there's not going to be any liveries for it, so we'll have to make something ourselves here, so I'll speed up once I'm done with that. Alright, I spent way too long on that. But this is the creation that I've come up with for now. So we'll hold on to that until somebody makes some nice liveries, but I say let's go ahead, let's jump right into it, and let's drive this thing. Alright, sorry about that. I was distracted. All my settings are all messed up. I had to change stuff real quick. So, yeah, initial impressions, the car actually sounds very different than what I'm used to, so it's definitely a different sound from the older ones, that's for sure. They've reworked it. I still have the pit limiter on, but I want to hear what the pit limiter sounds like, so let's do that first. Not bad. Alright, shall we give it a little rip? Oh man, it sounds so good. Feels different. Wow. Really interesting. Okay. Wow, that's strange. Alright, so first thing I noticed right off the bat, it feels way different than the older ones. So I'm comparing this to the Lambo and the older gen Audi R8 because they're kind of like the same car. This feels wildly different from the other two. This feels way more like the Porsche 992 and the Ferrari 296 than it does those other two cars. Like, way different. It feels way more planted. At least right now. We'll see in a minute once I continue this if that holds up. And sorry about the sound as well. I forgot that I had the open face helmet filter on, so it might be a little muffled. I just like to drive with that to kind of cut out the high ends when I'm driving. Man, it sounds so good though. It's putting a smile on my face. That sounds unreal. Alright, let's test the braking here. ABS is on 3. Alright, I want to turn that up to 11 if I can. Alright, not bad so far. Very easy to drive though, I do have to say. Little slip there. But that's what I meant. That's what I was saying. Like, the Lambo and the old gen Audi are kind of difficult to drive. They're very snappy. So this feels really different to that. It's way more like planted and it's behaving itself. I think that's the best way to explain it. Really enjoy this though. And it just looks cool, right? Like, it looks sick. But yeah, initial impressions so far, this is a much easier car to drive than the old gen. Sounds way better and looks way better, so I think it's just a welcome addition. It's always nice to have variety in the GT3 field. Hopefully we get some more. I'd love to see the Aston Martin make its way into iRacing, and of course I'm sure the Mustang GT3 and the Corvette GT3 will come to iRacing eventually. It's just a matter of time before those guys make it, but the Aston Martin is one of those questionable ones where I don't know if that's going to come to iRacing. I don't see why not. They have 2 Aston Martins in iRacing already, so I'd love to have the Vantage GT3. But yeah, this Audi is a welcome addition. It drives really good so far. Let's try and push it a little bit though. Let's see how it does under some really actual stressful driving here. You can smash the brakes. Little mid-corner understeer, but that's more the setup than it is the actual car. That really doesn't have anything to do with this Audi itself. I would definitely like for it to rotate a little bit more mid-corner. I'm noticing that right away. But that's just, again, that's the fixed setup. Like that, for example. With my own setup, we'd have that rotating for sure, but first spin in the Audi, there it is. Wonder why that happened. Tires want to be around like 25.7 PSI usually, something like that. It's usually right in the range of when they're hot. Can't get over the sound though. The sound is phenomenal. All right, let's try and send it into the bus stop here. Put this thing under some serious stress. See how it does. Okay, we'll brake right here. Very planted at high speeds. I'm noticing that right away. It feels, honestly, it feels more similar to the Porsche 992 than it does the Ferrari 296, which is interesting, but I guess that's to be expected because both engines are in the rear there. But the Ferrari also has an engine in the rear, so that's kind of weird. But it feels more like the Porsche the Porsche 992. A little bit of a slip there. I do have to say though, I really like this. This is a really nice GT3. I can definitely see myself racing this a lot in the upcoming season. So if you want my recommendation of do you think you should buy this car, yes, absolutely. But I'm also a big GT3 guy, so I drive all of them. A little bit of a slide there. Not bad so far though, really not bad at all. Compared to the other ones, like it feels just like the newer GT3s. I can't emphasize that enough, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because they're supposed to be similar cars, so. Not bad. Not bad at all. I say after we complete this lap, though, we'll watch it from the outside, hear some of those sounds, and get a good look at it from a trackside perspective. But yeah, so far, first driving impressions of this thing, I think it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. Way better than the old gen, and much easier to drive. So, thank you. Oh boy, that crew chief, he cracks me up. Alright, let's take a look at it from the outside. Alright, so my impressions of the new Audi. I really like this car. I think it suits its predecessor very well, and it's a massive upgrade. I think this car drives much easier than the older Audi and the older Lamborghini. I know I keep comparing those, but they're such similar cars that you know, I just kind of have that in mind already while I'm driving this thing. But this was a very, very easy car to drive. Literally just loaded up the fixed setup, went out there and got the hang of it within 2 laps. So that's always a good sign when you're driving a GT3. You would hope that all the GT3s feel pretty similar because of the regulations that they have. And this, of course, feels very similar to the modern ones in the 296 and the 992. So if you're asking me, do I recommend this car to you? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's always nice to have variety in the GT3 field. And so that's why I just own all of the GT3s, because sometimes I just feel like driving a Ferrari, and then other days I feel like driving an Audi or a Porsche. So I just switch it up. So I highly recommend that you purchase this car because I really like the way it drives. In my initial impressions, I had absolutely no issues with it. And I know that once the open setups come and people start to make setups and, of course, liveries, and you get some more immersion, it's going to be a super fun car to drive and always nice to have in the field. And I mean, come on, take a look at it here. Like, does that not look sick? And Listen to this. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? What's not to love about a V10? So, yeah, that's going to be it for my video here on the Audi R8. That's basically all I wanted to cover today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.